Hello everyone, what's going on, and welcome back to another edition of Flick News, the show here on Flick Direct, where I give you guys the latest happening in entertainment news throughout the week, and then I give you all my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and guys, there are some pretty big things happening in terms of movies this week, in terms of a horror franchise, a potential return for the DC, and a particular story that, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if this is actually true, I don't think I'll be happy about this. But anyways, guys, let's talk about a particular horror franchise, and that horror franchise is Scream. Scream 6 this year, I thought was a really good film, if not actually better than Scream 5. Everyone has been wondering what is going to happen to Scream 7, because as we know, the current WGA strike is currently going on right now, all the SAG-AFTRA strike right now, so people have been wondering what is going on with Scream 7. There's like a new director attached, a brand new writer, are the people going to come back, the stars going to come back? Well, apparently, guys, get this, we have a brand new director coming into the Scream franchise, and that is Christopher Landon. For those of you who don't know who Christopher Landon is, he is the guy who brought us the Happy Death Day films that I thoroughly enjoyed. The first one more than the second one, but I enjoyed both films almost pretty much equally, and knowing that he's going to be making a Scream film, I am excited, but I'm also kind of nervous for one specific reason. Radio Silence, in case if you guys don't know them, they're the ones who have made the most recent Scream films, and they also made Ready or Not, which I thought was an awesome little horror comedy film, and given what they did with Ready or Not and what they brought to Scream, I thought it was such a great return, and also a great way to honor the legacy of Wes Craven. Knowing that it's no longer them making Scream 7 from rife, they're actually making a monster film. But given his most recent track record, I think that Christopher Landon can make something that's really special here for the Scream franchise. And you know what? I am all in. Christopher Landon, bring on hopefully a great Scream film. I'm cheering for you, buddy. I'm cheering for you. When it comes to a particular comic book universe, this particular franchise has been kind of consistent or inconsistent for a very long time, and that is the DCEU, well now known as the DCU, with Superman Legacy coming out very, very soon. If you guys remember correctly, James Gunn mentioned that when The Flash had come out, it would essentially be a sort of reboot for the DCU, meaning that not a lot of people from the DCEU would be coming back for the DCU, which makes sense because, you know, it's a reboot. Supposedly, and this is from the woman herself, but apparently, Gal Gadot might be coming back as Wonder Woman. There is a new rumor out there that Gal Gadot just might be coming back as Wonder Woman, which makes me think, if Gal Gadot is able to return, why not Henry Cavill? Now, I will say this right now. I completely get that Henry Cavill Superman was not the right Superman that James Gunn wanted to tell for his Superman film, but in all honesty, it just confuses me knowing that this was going to be a sort of reboot for the DC universe, the DCU, yet apparently a new Wonder Woman film was being developed with James Gunn and Gal Gadot. So I'm just curious as to what the heck is going on. If you're going to do a blanket reset of the DCU, you might as well just cast a new Wonder Woman. I think that Gal Gadot is a great Wonder Woman, and knowing what James Gunn is doing with the DCU, I am very excited, and I cannot wait to see what she brings to James Gunn's universe of the DCU. When I heard this particular rumor, guys, this is something that I had heard, and I don't know if it's true, but if it is, this is going to make a lot of physical media people very upset, but apparently, guys, get this, Marvel, or I should say Disney, will not be releasing physical media, especially for Marvel films, in a particular place. I'll put the actual place right here. If this goes well, that means that physical media for Disney and Marvel films will halt and cease altogether very, very soon. And this upsets me greatly because here's the thing, guys. Don't get me wrong when I say this. Streaming movies is a big convenience. It's a great way just like, you know what, hey, if I don't have the movie on my shelf over here, then sure, I'll pop the movie on streaming, or I'll just buy the movie from Best Buy or Amazon. Absolutely no problem. There is a particular reason why I prefer watching a physical movie rather than a streaming film, and that is because of this. If you happen to watch a film on a physical disc, which has a better bit rate than it does on streaming media, you'll notice that the picture quality isn't quite as good on the streaming service. If this is true, This absolutely sucks because I am a big physical media person. I love collecting movies and I love watching movies on a disc. Now, don't get me wrong to you guys, like I mentioned to you guys earlier. I love the fact that some movies and some TV shows are streaming now, especially on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Disney, HBO, well now Max, but still guys, the point is, what'll happen if servers go down and people can't watch their movies online anymore? How can they enjoy them if they're not on a physical disc? But I'm just hoping that it doesn't actually come over, because if it does, this will absolutely, because I love physical media, and I'm hoping that streaming doesn't take over the world. Please, Disney, don't stop it everywhere else. Please don't stop it, please. That's gonna wrap things up for this week's show. Please comment on this level starting off. How do you all feel about Christopher Landon directing the next installment of the Scream franchise? Do you think he'll do a great job, or do you think that Radio Silence should be the ones making the next Scream films? Also, how do you feel about Gal Gadot returning as Wonder Woman for James Gunn's DCU? And also, how do you all feel about Disney possibly no longer doing physical media and only doing streaming? Let us know below. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest new show goes live. If you guys want to see if our previous 2 new shows, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until next week's new show goes live, we'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for whenever reviews, interviews, and news go live.